Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today I'm giving you guys my episode 49 review of Dragon Ball Super. As always, I watch it live, and then Herms from Kanzenshu on Twitter translates the episode, so I'm taking a lot of this from him and what I gathered visually, but I really did like this episode a lot. There were a few hiccups in terms of pacing, but if you saw the episode and you know what characters I like in the show, you'll know about one particular scene that I really thought was awesome, but I also was very upset by. But Trunks goes 17 years back into the past to see Goku and the others. And we saw in the last episode Goku got swung at by Trunks. And what happens here is Trunks finally realizes that it's Goku. Goku is what I didn't think of, actually. I should have crossed my mind. And I'm glad they actually brought this up, because it could have been totally passed off as, Toei or Toriyama, depending on how the outline's written, of course, for the anime and the manga, forgetting things and stuff. But they do mention that Trunks last saw Goku was dead against Cell, so he assumes Goku's still dead. So when he sees Goku in this episode, that even makes more sense for that trigger to happen of him seeing Goku, and not understanding that it is the present time Goku, maybe thinking it is Black again, because Goku's supposed to be dead in his mind, even in the present time. So I thought that was nice that they even brought that up and mentioned it and kept that type of consistency going. That's really nice to see, especially in Dragon Ball, because it's a very inconsistent show. Bulma lets everyone know that this Trunks is basically the future version of the Kid Trunks, although it is a different timeline. So if you're one of those two people out there that still think that it is the future Trunks that we have here is the Trunks from the main timeline, our Dragon Ball Super and Buu Saga timeline, it's not, and there's also more stuff in the episode to really follow up on that. And here's really probably the biggest problem with the episode. It's not anything major. There wasn't really any major issues in here. It's just minor stuff. Trunks talks to Vegeta, says father, and the Pilaf gang really tries to, go on about ooh, this is scandalous. Oh, this is so, interesting and spicy and dramatic. And it completely messed with the pacing and the flow, because Trunks was pretty much on his knees crying, basically, well, we didn't actually see tears, at least from what I remember, but, he's on his knees, basically like, oh, mother, you're here, and all this stuff, and then you see the Pilaf gang going and doing their shenanigans, and I love the Pilaf gang, but it was definitely out of place to even have that scene there, at least at that point in time. Now, later on, we do see that Beerus finds out, and we kind of figure out that, he used time travel, and Beerus wants him to destroy the time machine, and Trunks is there begging in a comedic way to not have him destroy the time machine. And this is different from the Pilaf stuff, because it's not cutting into any drama. It's after that. It's a good time after that moment, so it's more suited to be in that scene. You see, it's pretty simple storytelling and pacing and all that stuff. It's not really rocket science. It's kind of more of common sense, where you shouldn't break up this drama and emotion with some silly, and quite honestly, it wasn't even really a good peel-off type gag, but I'm just going to move on, because that was probably the biggest problem with the episode, but it wasn't even that big of a deal anyways. So Bulma gives Beerus and Whis a sausage, because Beerus wanted a food he's never tasted before, otherwise he was going to destroy the time machine. So they had a sausage, and there was a whole hubbubaloo, or whatever the hell you want to call it, whole lot of nonsense going on with the sausage, and everyone was going on about the sausage. I mean, sausage is good, but it ain't that good. But we do see and learn that Trunks actually trained with the Supreme Kai in his timeline, and stopped the birth, or release, I should say, of Majin Buu, which is something I didn't actually even think would have happened in Trunks' timeline. It's just something that kind of, there was enough time that passed, so I guess it must have happened later on in his timeline, or something, but he is trained with the Supreme Kai. Trunks can go Super Saiyan 2, as we saw later in the episode. I'm saying that much right now, because in the flashback, this is the part that I really liked a lot, we see Deborah. And you guys know, a lot of you guys might know that I'm a really big Deborah fan, and a Super Saiyan Trunks, or Trunks maybe Super Saiyan 2 with like the normal training around his, world without going outside and training with a Kai. A Trunks that would be maybe Super Saiyan 2 would not be able to defeat Deborah, especially, if you use logical power scaling. But this Supreme Kai trained Trunks, I'm sure, he pretty much mopped the floor with Deborah. And I do have a video, I'm not going to spoil it what, but I have a video going up on Mike from Laffy Stock Media. It might even already be out by the time you guys watch this, where I say that Deborah would have mopped the floor with Trunks. And a normal situation Trunks, yes, he would have, but if Trunks trained with Supreme Kai like is what happened in this episode, it makes sense for Deborah to have lost. But I love seeing Deborah back in the anime, even if it was only for like about 20 seconds, really. So Majin Buu was not revived. It's also revealed that Trunks says that Black came a year before he went back to the past. So 1 year before he just saw Trunks in episode 47, I should say. That's when Black arrived, and he said that he would destroy the human race for the sake of justice. That's very interesting, and I don't know what that means, and I can't even begin to speculate, because guess what? There's literally no leads to go on, I don't think, for this. I don't think it's a Makaoshin now, though. I really don't. That Makaoshin theory, there's supposed to be evil Kais. There's just something... I mean, sure, you could be evil and think, this is for justice. I'm really not sure. It's very reminiscent of what we saw with Hachiyak, with Baby. I'm not saying it's Tuffle. I'm not saying it's Tuffle at all. I'm just saying it's very bizarre to see this, and I'm very, very interested in where this is going. That's all I can say. But there's a note where future Bulma wants the present time Bulma to build a time machine so Goku and Vegeta can go and fight Black. Trunks lets everyone know about this enemy. There's still not a lot known about Black or Black Goku, whatever you want to call him. But it's interesting to have the future Bulma want present time Bulma to build a time machine when she's all you really would need is fuel, right? Because they already have the time machine right there. We saw that she was already working on fuel. Obviously, future Bulma doesn't know present time Bulma's working on a fuel source, but still, present time Bulma's basically already in the process of having all this stuff done. But in order to gauge himself against Black, Goku asked Trunks to spar with him, and Trunks does go Super Saiyan 2. And I believe Goku did as well, although, there were sparks around both of them. Goku's hair was not right at all, and I know it's inconsistent, but in the episode preview, he's Super Saiyan 2, and it's normal. It's his regular Super Saiyan 2 hair. So he could have probably been Super Saiyan 1. It would make sense for him to have done Super Saiyan 1 in terms of, he wouldn't have had to try that hard to beat Trunks if he was Super Saiyan 1. Goku's base form is so incredibly powerful right now. He could have been Super Saiyan 2. There's electricity around both of them. I'll have to go back and maybe analyze that. It could have been inconsistency. I'm not really going to dwell on it. But Trunks says that Black got stronger every time they fought. So, I'm not going to say that Black's a Saiyan he's getting Zenkai boost because I don't really know. He could have just been getting strong just purely by fighting people, obviously. I don't really think Black's a Saiyan, especially because of the way that he talks about Trunks. Being like, it's your time to die, Saiyan. He doesn't seem to really like Saiyans at all. But Trunks is unaware of Super Saiyan 3. Goku uses Super Saiyan 3 against Trunks and mops the floor with him. Absolutely does. And it's cool to see Super Saiyan 3 back, but based on what Toriyama was saying in an interview after Battle of Gods, Goku wasn't even supposed to really use it. I mean, he said Goku and Vegeta probably won't use it, and from what me and Mike kind of thought, we kind of think that, like, Goku Super Saiyan 1 taps into that whole multiplier of Super Saiyan 2 and 3. That's what we theorize. We don't know for sure. It's just a theory. Apparently that's probably not what it's going to be, otherwise, unless, he's just showing off Super Saiyan 3. But again, he goes Super Saiyan 2 in the next episode preview, and wouldn't be any reason other than to make him stronger, honestly. But it just seems very odd to me to have that in there, if that makes any sense. Then we get the episode preview after Black rips open his hole that we saw. We did see, I actually skimmed over that because I talked about so much in the preview. Black opened up a rift in time and space, basically. It looked like that. It looked like a rift in time and space and then kind of put him into the present time. I'm not sure if he actually did rip a tear into that timeline or if they're going to have to go to the future to see him. Because it could just be like a portal to talk, if that makes sense, to like a window, but not necessarily an escape route. I didn't see anything that said that it was, so I'm not going to make any assumptions. But that did happen, and at the end of the episode, they look at each other, just like what I thought in the preview. They look at each other, and then the episode cuts off, and next episode is Goku versus Black Goku. And that's basically it. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I liked a lot of the stuff that we saw in here, especially seeing Trunks have Super Saiyan 2, having him train with the Supreme Kai. That's really cool. Deborah was awesome. All the stuff I already talked about. Still no word on why the hell they never used New Namek in Trunks' timeline, but, you know, some things I guess just won't ever get solved in Dragon Ball. That's pretty much it for my review, though, today, guys. I think I pretty much covered everything. If I missed something, hopefully it wasn't anything too big. You know, maybe I'll miss a few things here, but I think the things that I'll miss in the episodes aren't anything that are too major. I just don't, quite frankly, feel like splitting up other days in my week to do super reviews, because I don't really want them to be a big part of my channel. It's just something because people expect them. They're easy to do, and I put them up on a Saturday. It's just something to do and keep you guys satisfied, hopefully. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the episode down below. If you disagree with things I said, please let me know and give your reasonings to why you disagree with what I said. Other than that, again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.